Now going on to the business blunder of the day, you have Beyond Meat to lay off employees as their sales fall about 9% in fiscal Q3. Now, this is from OregonLive.com and saying that they are planning the layoffs. Now, Beyond Meat last week reported a revenue of $75.3 million for the July through September period. That was far short of the estimated $86.5 million that the Wall Street had anticipated, according to the analysts polled by FactSet. Beyond Meat cut its third quarter and full year revenue forecast last week, or a couple weeks ago, saying it anticipated a rebound in the plant-based meat sales during the quarter that didn't occur. The company said it would cut 65 non-production jobs, about 19% of their workforce, and cut a broader view of operations, or conduct a broader view of operations rather. In a conference call with his investors a couple of weeks ago, Beyond Meat President and CEO Ethan Brown said the company is considering cutting underperforming products like the plant-based jerky and reducing the size of its operations in China, where demand is growing but not quickly as Europe. It's also continuing to cut its inventory. Quote, to drive down the type of cost reduction, we're pursuing everything we had to be on the table, unquote. Now, it looks like Beyond Meat's international retail sales rose 39%, while international food services jumped 79%, largely due to the European demand for the plant-based burgers and nuggets at McDonald's. Now, McDonald's, for some odd reason, doesn't sell those in the U.S., which, again, I don't know if we were the country that founded or started the hamburger, but we sure as hell perfected that thing. And you can't beat grass-fed meat. But that's just my 3 cents. It used to be 2 cents, but 40-year hyperinflation, gotta be 3 cents. Though, it's still free to click the subscribe button, which in itself might help with my stuttering and increase my enunciation. It might. I'm not a doctor, but that's a theory I'm trying to work out here. Now, it'll be interesting to see. They said that the U.S. sales fell 34% in the third quarter, and the food services fell 22% as restaurants like Panda Express had limited time promotions for Beyond Meat products, and they didn't repeat those offerings this year because they're terrible ideas. If they were profitable and good ideas, they would have done the idea again. And they also noted that U.S. dollar sales of fresh meat alternatives like plant-based sausage and burgers were down 21.5% this year compared to through October 8, according to Suranica, a market research firm. Frozen plant-based meat sales, including items like tenders and nuggets, were down 6%. So it looks like Beyond Meat shares of their stock fell 5% to $6.62 per share last Wednesday, down 46% from the start of the year. Wow. So it's about half off, though I would still argue it's overvalued given the lack of demand for this product. And again, with all the oils, seed oil is a big point of controversy in the health community. There's a lot of people debating if it's good or bad for you. And all the chemicals and all the things it takes to make some of these products, I just can't see there being a mass adoption of this mystery goop. And again, I did have a vegan, I had a friend from India for faith reasons. He would only eat these types of things. And I believe I tried a Boca burger, and for what it was okay. But again, it wasn't trying to replace the hamburger. It was just an alternative for that market, which made sense for them. And it's a profitable idea. I think they have the Boca burger around pretty much a couple major retailers. But this additional mystery stuff, I don't think there's a mass market for this product unless the government forces it upon people. Now, let me know in the comments, do you think this will ever be mass accepted in the United States when we have, if you're really fortunate, you can afford even organic grass-fed beef? I mean, there's some restaurants where the food is phenomenal, and you can't beat a good steak. So let me know in the comments, do you think that there will ever be that type of adaptation rate in the U.S. to actually make this a profitable idea? Or do you think it's going to kind of fizzle out like a food fad from the 80s and the 90s? Let me know. It'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say. But having that revenue drop 9%, their stock crashing, and it looks like this just is not a tasty idea. Quite the antithesis is quite disgusting. But that's just me. All that said, that is the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of November. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, any critique, even if it's harsh feedback, is greatly appreciated in the comment section, because that's how I help grow and develop and improve the product for everyone. And I hope to make a great show, have everyone have a good time. Also, lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight,